everyone. It is Shayna Rattler, founder of the God Shift Movement, and I am here with another reality show recap where I am doing a Rhema word for reality television. So if you've caught any of my previous videos, you know that I mentioned to you that when I was called to ministry, that God was very clear that I would use my prophetic gifts in the areas of celebrities and also in the areas of political dignitaries. And in recent months, reality TV has really been weighing heavily on me. And so every week or every other week, I do a recap of a reality television show and I share with the cast and sometimes some tips as well what it is that I feel like the Lord is saying to them. And in this current season, I am reviewing 3 reality television shows. And in this video, I want to share the words that I feel like the Lord is saying to the cast of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So this is the 3rd season that Love and Marriage Huntsville is back on. It's on OWN. And there are returning couples who are still married. There are returning couples who are divorced. There are new couples who are newly married. It all seems to be about marriage in this first 3 episodes. So today I am recapping and giving the words that I feel like the Lord is saying for the first 3 episodes of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And as I was watching these 3 episodes, I always at the beginning pray, Lord, decrease me, increase you, move me out of the way, and really make sure that I'm clear on what it is that the Lord is saying to these individual cast members and not necessarily my own opinions or feelings about what is going on in their lives and if the show is scripted, you know, all those different things that we happen to think about when we're watching reality television. So in the first 3 episodes that I binge watched of this season, the 3rd season of Love and Marriage Huntsville, I have words for Letitia Scott, Kimmy Scott, and Melody Holt. So let's start with Melody. So Melody and her husband Martell are recently divorced, and Melody is learning how to adapt to her new normal. And in doing so, you know, there's some things that are going really well. There's some things that are still really, rocky. I believe that there are some areas that she's extremely confident in, and there are some areas that it appears as though that she is lacking the confidence that we would typically see from Melody Holt. And so as I was watching the show, Melody, because you will be getting tagged in these episodes, as will your producers, and I hope that you get the opportunity to hear these words. But I wrote down 3 or 4 things that I felt like the Lord was saying to you as I was watching episodes 1 through 3 of this new 3rd season. The very first thing that I heard him saying for you, Melody, is don't allow attempting to protect yourself from what you don't want to keep you from attracting what you do want. And I believe that it's very easy when we find ourselves in a season where we have been dealt some cards that were not favorable, that we try to do everything that we can going forward to protect ourselves from not only just hurt in general, but protecting ourselves from the same hurt that we have experienced before. And so it's very important, Melody, that in this season, that in trying to protect yourself from what it is that you don't want, that you actually don't find yourself in a situation where you're blocking the attraction of what it is that you do want. The second thing that I wrote down that the Lord was saying is that you're double dutching between moving forward and having control, and you can't do both. Right? So you can't be so focused on moving forward and being open to what God has for you in your next season while still trying to have control. Right? So I really hear the Lord saying that it's time for you to relinquish control. The season that you're going into, it does not make sense, and it is not something that you are going to be able to plan your way into. You are very much so a type A driven, plan it out, make it happen person. But for this next season of your life, if you're trying to double dutch between moving forward and having control, you're not going to be able to do both. And then the third thing that the Lord was saying to you is don't force yourself to smile outwardly. Don't force yourself to smile outwardly. There's someone in your life that's trying to be there for you that you're pushing away. and the dam will break when you let them in. So that doesn't mean anything to me, but I'm sure that it means something to Melody. So then I want to move on to Letitia Scott. So Letitia is in a space where she's trying to determine what relationship she should hold on to and continue to fight to nurture, and which relationships it is that are no longer serving her and that she needs to have the strength and the courage to move past. And the three things that I wrote down that I feel like the Lord is saying to you, Letitia, is number one, that you have nothing to protect or defend. And stop looking outward for validation, because that only comes from God. So if you are looking for validation in your friendships or in your family relationships, you're actually doing yourself a major disservice. Any of us that are looking for validation from anybody other than God himself is really setting ourselves up for a rough road ahead. Focus on your 90-day goals, because everything else is trivial. So I don't know exactly what it is that you have planned for the next 90 days, but the Lord does, and he's telling you that everything else other than what it is that you're focusing on, Letitia, for the next 90 days is trivial. And then lastly, he says that there is something hanging in the balance that needs your attention. And there is a relationship that needs your attention, and that person's name starts with the letter R. So again, I have no idea who that is. I don't even believe that there's a cast member on there whose name starts with the letter R. So Letitia, there's something that's hanging in the balance that needs your attention. There's a relationship that needs your attention, and that person's name starts with the letter R. And then lastly, let's move on to Kimmy Scott. So yet again, in this season, Kimmy is finding herself in a situation where there's expectations that she has of friends and family that she doesn't feel like is being met, and that there are friends and family that are placing expectations on her that she does not necessarily agree with. And one of the things that you'll recognize is that if you watch this show, you know that Kimmy has a big heart, and she does the best she can within reason to try to make sure that she's doing the right thing and that everyone is happy. But sometimes that bear gets poked, and she's like, listen, I don't know what else you want from me. I'm doing the best I can, right? So the thing that the Lord is saying to you, Kimmy, that I wrote down is that your obedience is being rewarded. Continue to go deeper in me and stay tunnel visioned to what I'm asking of you, and not be distracted by outside influences. So when I wrote that down, I heard the Lord saying that there was something intimate that other people are not aware of, even your husband Maurice, that the Lord is asking of you. And so the previous obedience that you have been doing is now being openly rewarded. And whatever it is in secret that the Lord has been asking of you that you have not even shared with the people that are closest to you, he's saying to make sure that you stay tunnel visioned to that thing that he is asking of you, Kimmy, and not be distracted by outside influences. So again, I am going to tag the cast from Love and Marriage Huntsville and the producers in this video. I hope that not only do they benefit in their lives from these words from the Lord, but also that if you are going through a similar situation and there's something that you hear that resonates with you as well, I pray that God will give you the strength and the courage to walk boldly in what it is that he is saying to you. So thank you so much. Again, it's Shayna Rattler, founder of the God Shift Movement. You all have a great day and a great week ahead. Bye-bye.